Hi everyone, Carolyn here. Hope you're all well. Today I'm going to have a play with the Pretty Colour Inside No Line ink pad from Stamps by Me. And this means you don't have the black line or a coloured line. It's sort of semi-invisible and it allows you to colour and it just looks like your own work, and you know, you can have a beautiful card or whatever you want to make without having that, you know, a dark line around. So I just want to show you what I do with it. You can get them if you go onto the How to Craft Network website, www.howtocraftnetwork.co.uk, and if you click on the Pretty Colour Inside option in the shop, it's got all the colours by Pretty Colour Inside and the black, and they do a white as well, which is absolutely incredible. And to be honest, it's the best white ink I've ever used. They're quite juicy, and the black one as well. They have the black, and that's the black. So as you can see, fantastic ink pads, and the colours are amazing for painting with or stamping with. So it's worth going on there and having a look. But this is magic. So what I'm going to use is the Imala Poppy Bouquet on this, and I'm using watercolour paper. I got this one from Pink Frog on Create and Craft, but you can go on their website as well. But they do the watercolour paper, which I do love this. I do love this one. It's really nice. So let's get started, and I'm going to show you the magic. This is a beautiful stamp. That's going to go there, like that. I'm leaving a space at the top because eventually I'll put a sentiment on there. But for now, I just want to show you this process with the No Line ink pad. So you just stamp it up, just the same as you would if you had a black ink pad. Put an extra thing on there. Just do that one more time just to get the guide in there, and that's I need to get the re-inker for this, just on there. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see it, I'll bring it closer to the camera so that you can see how faint it is, but it is there. Can you see that? It's amazing. You get these amazing things from Stamps by Me. They bring out some unique and wonderful products for us all to enjoy, us crafters. Put this on some white paper. Now I'm going to use my watercolours and get my brushes, which I forgot to get. There we are. And I'm going to use my Chromatech colouring watercolour brush pens, which are very good. And anything that's watercolour you can use. You can use acrylic paints, you can use your watercolour paints, you can use your Inktense pencils to watercolour, or you can just colour with pencils. You can use anything for colouring, but this just gives you that outline. It really is wonderful. But for today, I'm going to use my watercolour. Now, when I use my watercolour, I want to do the flowers first. I always add a little bit of water first to where I'm going to paint. When I use the brush pens, or even the aqua markers, you know, when you use those. And what it does is it lets it go on a little bit lighter, and then you can darken as you go without going on dark and then struggling to get your shading later. You can dip in your water. And you can go on the edge of your petals like this. Then dip in your water and just bring that down like that. Gets rid of the harsh line. Go beyond the stamped line, and then you don't even see that little bit. Again, bit of water and bring that down. There are lots of watercolour brush pens out there, and it's worth having a look what's available. But I got these Chromatech ones off Amazon, and I know there are some very expensive ones out there, but if you're new to it and not sure, you know, that you'll use them a lot, or it's not the way to go, it means you've not spent a lot of money. If you're an avid painter, then, you know, like anything else, you will get what you pay for. And as you can see, that's covered up the lines. To do this one. This stamp is beautiful for when it's coming up to the memorials, Remembrance Day. Just add a bit of water, just bring that down. So you can see there's no start back black line, is there? But but when you go over it, you can just see the veins on the leaves and where you need to be with it. It's absolutely wonderful, isn't it? Got one more down here. Hope you're all enjoying your bank holiday weekend. There we are. If you don't want to watch me painting, you can always fast forward a bit. But I just really wanted to show you how wonderful this no line ink is. Not sure how long the stock will last because it's only had a show on Friday and they're on the show, so but go along and see if it is sold out. All you have to do is click the notify me button, and then as soon as they're back in stock you get notified. It's worth subscribing to the channel because you get to hear about everything, the shows, the special offers, deal of the day, all the new things that are coming out. So that's the 3 flowers done like that. And then I'm going to go in with a bit of a darker red. This is, I mean, it's called red, but it is just a tad darker for doing shading. So I haven't watered this one down, unless I get lines like that. I want to blend in. Just take that edge off with a little bit of water. Bit of water. Well, they're looking nice already, aren't they? Now I don't have a darker red in my other colours, so I'm just going to try this one from my aqua marker, just to sort of darken the bottom there. Use my brush to, a bit of water to get the edge there. It's a bit too dark that for me. Let's try this red I have. Again, this is a brush marker. and that just defines where the petals are. Let me see. And using those guidelines, going down with my red. It's made quite a difference, hasn't it, that? Like I say, you can use your watercolours, you know, which help you get the exact colour you want. That's getting quite a good depth to it, isn't it? You see that? Of course, you can go out of the lines and, you know, make your own. Make it your own. It's your own creation. Well, just define that line there. That's just taking off the start line. There we are. I'm going to go with the greens now to do the leaves. So I'm going to start with a bit of it's called a yellow green for doing the all the leaves, and then go to shading. So we're starting off light, as we did with the poppies. And you can see the picture building up. These, of course, are the buds that have not opened yet. And it is easy to see it. I mean, I sometimes wear my glasses if it's for close-up work, but I've not got my glasses on today to do this. So go for a bit of a darker. This is called grass green. So that's making it a little bit darker on the leaves. Adding some shading on there. It's so relaxing doing this, it really is. If you're unsure about your colour, always get a piece of card and test out on a piece of card. Same card as you're using. The wind's blowing outside. Blew my washing line over this morning. Just want to get the edge of that on there a little bit. Right. Then I'll go for a darker green. Hopefully this, yes, is a little bit darker. And I haven't even added any water to this. But if you get a line and you're not happy with it, just get a little bit of water. I think that's the best of watercolouring, is it's so forgiving. And it blends it out lovely. And you see. So. As you can see, they're quite fine brushes, these, for doing, you know, it quite intricate. Let's get my brush, blend that in. This is an older stamp by Imala that Carley did. I've forgotten what chapter this is. If you haven't got it and you would like it, it's worth going on the Stamps by Me buy and sell group and asking on there if anybody's got it and wants to sell. They may have used it and don't use it anymore. And you can there's a wanted post. If there's something you want, you click on the wanted post and just add to that. And people have a look on there if they're selling. water and blend that in. Then I'm going to get a brown. This is a dark brown. So I will add a little bit of water. Like that. And it's added a little bit of extra colour in. There. For those buds. And just at the top, a little bit of red where you can see where the poppy is about to pop out at the top. Just a little bit. And then this is a black. But dabbing inside there where the poppy seeds are. Like that. Oh look, I've mucked up. Let's see if it'll wipe off. I've got a clean brush. And wipe that off. There we are. See, if you smudged with ink, you'd be struggling with that, wouldn't you? There we are. Sorted. Just go to the edge there. Oh, done it again. Honestly. Caroline, what are you doing? Having fun, aren't I? But that just shows how easy it is to get it off. Now, I do have an Inktense outliner, and what you can do, again, like I say, use a piece of card, and for shading, you can just get a brush, just a bit of a fine brush. And you can do that in, but I just find that just a little bit worrying. So I'm going to use my Copic marker just to outline the flowers a little bit on the edge as a drop shadow. Just because it goes lighter as it dries, it just makes it pop. Just go down the side where you want a little bit of shadow. You can go as dark as you like with that, depending on what greys you have. I just didn't want to ruin it with the Inktense. Like I say, it does go lighter, so you can hardly see it now, but it's just that little bit of a drop shadow underneath, like that. If you look at that now, there are no black stamp lines, and it just looks like you've painted that yourself. So that's amazing, isn't it? Okay, let's put that over there. Now, what I've done is I've done a card base where I've batten layered with black red glitter, and I'm going to pop that on there like that. I don't know, there must be something on my finger. There is something on my fingers, but I'm going to let that dry. Done it again, honestly. Be sure to, can you see from my fingers? That's what's happening. So I'll get that cleaned up. You've got to so watch your fingers when you're doing your crafting. It's so easy, isn't it, to blob these things. But like I say, with watercolour, you can soon wash it out, which is brilliant. Now I've got my Imaler grunge stencil. I know this is not available anymore, but and it is, I do find it well used. I use it a lot. And it just sort of sets off. If you've got this stencil, you know you use it, because it just does that lovely look around it to fill in the white areas. Like that. Rather than just a plain white background. I mean, if you prefer it just white, then leave it as it is. But see how you can just fill in with the little blobs. Like that. And that's just sort of set it off, hasn't it? I'm going to leave this to dry, but that is how the card will look when it's all done. Let's get my black card underneath it. And it just shows you how wonderful this no line ink is for creating a card that looks like you've hand painted it. Well, you have hand painted it yourself, but there's no guidelines in black that you show out afterwards. That's yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that. And if you've got this no line ink, please do go and have a play with it and have a colour. And, you know, come on to the Crafty Army with Carley, or go on to the PAPERCRAFT Stamps by Me Eureka fan group. I'll put links in the description for you for the groups if you're not already in them. But if you are in them, you know, do come and show us what you make. It's, you know, I love to see what everybody makes, you know, with what we have. And if you've got this Poppy Bouquet stamp, show us. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.